In a distant land, where the sky was always painted with magical colors and enchantment flowed through the air, there was a legendary city called Astrolin. This city was home to sorcerers who lived in peace and harmony. Its golden towers, cobblestone streets glowing with ethereal light, and gardens where trees whispered mysterious melodies were all testaments to Astrolin's greatness. But the city's greatest secret was the eternal tree, Orinur, which stood tall at its heart. Its radiant roots spread magic across Astrolin, and each of its leaves held a fragment of the world's power. Without this tree, the city would perish. Among Astrolin sorcerers, there was a young girl named Lirinal. Her name was inspired by the enchanting melody that resonated around her whenever she used magic. From childhood, she possessed an extraordinary talent for harnessing the forces of nature. Her hands could feel the pulse of the grass, and her eyes could perceive the light of life within the leaves. Yet, her life was about to change forever. The invasion of darkness. One night, under the full moon's glow, ominous black clouds engulfed the sky like a raging storm. Screams echoed through the streets. From within the shadows, Shadow Master, the Lord of Darkness, emerged. His eyes gleamed like two endless voids, and his cloak swirled like living mist. He had come to steal the sorcerer's power. Raising his staff high, he proclaimed, "You have grown too powerful. But now, your magic ends." With a single motion, a tempest of darkness swept through the city. One by one, the sorcerers fell to the ground, their magic ripped from their souls. The eternal tree, the very source of their strength, began to wither. Its once luminous leaves dulled, and deep cracks spread across its trunk. Lirinal, still a child, hid behind a tree, trembling as she watched in horror. She saw her family collapse, drained of their magic, as the city was consumed by shadows. Shadow Master turned to her, his lips curling into a wicked grin. "You are just as weak as the rest, but I will let you live, so you can remember your failure every single day." With a cold laugh, he vanished into the mist. From that night onward, Astrolin was never the same. The golden towers no longer shone, the streets were shrouded in sorrowful silence, and most importantly, magic was gone. But in the heart of that darkness, a single ember of hope still burned. Years of waiting and the truth revealed. Years passed. Lirinal was no longer a helpless child. She had grown up, but the memory of that terrible night never faded. The fire of vengeance smoldered within her. She spent years searching for answers, wandering through ancient ruins, lost libraries, and forgotten caves in pursuit of lost magic. Until one day, while walking through the forest beyond the city, she stumbled upon a colossal, half-dead tree. It was Orinur, the eternal tree, the very heart of magic itself. Lirinal placed her hands on its cracked bark, and suddenly, a soft voice echoed in her mind. "You are my only hope." She closed her eyes and felt the faint pulse of life still within the tree. She realized that if she could restore its power, magic would return to the world. The final battle, light versus darkness. But just as she began channeling her energy into the tree, Shadow Master sensed her presence. The sky darkened once more, and his menacing laughter echoed through the forest. "You're still alive? How pathetic. You cannot defeat me." But this time, Lirinal was not afraid. She stretched her hands toward the tree and whispered an ancient incantation. Suddenly, a golden light erupted from Orinur. A powerful force struck Shadow Master, forcing him back. Yet, he unleashed a storm of shadows with all his might. The battle began. Shadow Master wielded darkness, but Lirinal called upon the magic of nature and light. In the end, she drew upon the last remaining strength of the eternal tree and summoned a radiant flame of pure energy. She cried out, "This is for my family, my city, and the eternal tree." The blinding light engulfed Shadow Master, shattering him into dust that scattered in the wind. With his destruction, magic once again flowed freely through the air. The dawn of Astrolin's revival. The eternal tree was restored to its former glory. Astrolin's towers shone once more, Its people regained their magic, and life was reborn. Lirinal, now known as the savior of Astrolin, returned to the city. She was no longer just a young sorceress. She was the one who had brought light back to the world. Everything returned to how it once was. But this time, Lirinal knew that true power had never been in magic alone. It had always been within her heart and unwavering will. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Your like means so much to me. It keeps me motivated to make more awesome videos for you.